Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video today. Today in the life of Sassy, I am finally back in the kitchen. I love being in the kitchen, but lately, I admit, my house has been taking a lot more of my focus, but I need to get back on track with prepping and meals. So today I'm going to be in the kitchen making 2 breakfast recipes. Both of them are pretty quick and simple. Let's go ahead and dive right in and let's get cooking. The first recipe I'm going to make is whipped Greek yogurt. It is so easy to make, but it is so good. I made this a couple of months ago and I have become obsessed with it. All you need to make this recipe is Greek yogurt, heavy whipping cream, and some sort of sweetener. You can use either maple syrup or honey. Today I'm using maple syrup. Let's dive in and let's get this made. This recipe for whipped Greek yogurt is so easy, but I am also so obsessed with it. Now, we're gonna hope this turns out, because normally I make it with my hand mixer, but I'm trying to be a little bit lazy today, so we're gonna try my new immersion blender instead and make it in the bowl I'm gonna store it in. So let's hope it works out. In my bowl, I'm adding 1 cup of Greek yogurt. To my Greek yogurt, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. Now, in the original recipe, it says that you could add salt. I don't find it's needed. If I can find the original recipe, I will link it below. But now all we're going to do is I'm going to take my immersion blender with the whisk attachment and whip this up. That actually worked really well, but I think next time I would use a slightly bigger bowl just because I did have some splatter. Now, to sweeten this, I'm going to add maple syrup. I believe the original recipe does call for maple syrup, but I've also sweetened this before with honey and really like it. I honestly switch back and forth between maple syrup and honey depending on what I'm going to use it with, and how much of the sweetener you use is up to you. I believe the original recipe says anywhere between 2 to 5 tablespoons. I'm going to be honest, I like my Greek yogurt a little bit sweeter, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to whip this all together. I'll try it and see if I need to add more. Okay, that's good for me and we're done. That's all it is. This can store in the fridge for up to, mine's never lasted more than 3 days. I believe it's 3 to 5 days, although you will find when it sits in the fridge, the liquid from the yogurt will escape a little bit. I don't like to mix it back in because I find it deflates it, so I usually just pour it off, but I will show you how I'm going to serve this up. I'm going to try making scrambled oats. I saw this on Instagram. I'm sure somebody's going to tell me it came from TikTok, but I don't have TikTok. But I'm always looking for new breakfast recipes. I will eat eggs if they're in something, and occasionally I will just eat eggs, but I really don't. And I don't eat scrambled eggs. I don't eat omelets. So breakfast is always a challenge for me. So I'm always looking for new recipes I can try. So we're going to give this one a try. I've added a banana to my bowl, which I'm just going to mash up. And to my banana, I'm going to go ahead and add in 1 egg. And we're going to give this a mix. And like I said, I'll eat eggs if they're in a recipe. I'm just not a fan of just eating eggs. We're going to go ahead and add a splash of vanilla, some cinnamon, and mix this all up. Now, the original recipe, which I will type out below, I don't believe it calls for salt, but I'm going to add a pinch just because I think with all this sweetness, it's going to be needed. And lastly, we're going to add in a 1/3 cup of oats. When they made theirs had a lot more oats in it. Even though I measured it, I'm going to go ahead and grab a few more oats and toss those in. Okay, that looks good. Let's go over to the stove. I went ahead and I preheated my frying pan to medium-low. I added a little bit of oil. I don't remember them doing that in the video, but I think it's a good idea. And then we're just going to scrape this in and let it cook like you would a pancake. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to let that cook for about 2 to 5 minutes. This has been cooking probably for more like 5 to 6 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. Now it's not going to flip over like a normal pancake. And now I'm going to let it cook on the other side for about 2 minutes. This has been cooking for about 2 minutes, so now I'm going to go ahead and break it up and basically scramble it and continue to cook it for about a minute or two just to make sure that it's fully cooked through. And there we have it. I probably let mine cook for closer to 5 minutes, but only because I wanted more of these like crispy bits in mine. After 2 minutes, it would have been completely cooked through. Let's go ahead and I'll show you how I'm going to serve this up. In my bowl, I have some sauteed apples I made during my meal prep. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of my whipped Greek yogurt. And next, I'm going to go ahead and add my scrambled oats. Now, this seems like a lot to me, so I'm only going to add about half, and I guess we'll find out tomorrow what they're like when you reheat them. And there we have it. I have my whipped Greek yogurt, and I'm making a mess here. Let's clean that up. And there we have it, the whipped Greek yogurt with the scrambled oats with some sauteed apples underneath. These scrambled oats were amazing. I'm going to be honest, I was a little bit hesitant because originally I thought it only called for half a banana, and I was a little bit worried using a full banana that they'd be a little banana forward and then mixing it with the apples. But I love them. You do taste the banana. But actually what surprised me was when I reheated them the second day, I actually liked them better. So I think going forward, I would make them as like meal prep, put them in the fridge, and then heat them as needed. And to be honest, that recipe made so much, I could probably actually get 3 or 4 breakfasts out of them. But yes, this recipe was definitely a winner. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. I really do hope you try these recipes. They really were amazing. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. That just lets me know you like it. And if you haven't already, please consider joining my YouTube family by clicking that subscribe button down below. And I really do need to start spending more time again in the kitchen. Thank you again for stopping by. I hope you all have a wonderful day.